Today we're making chicken, mushroom, spinach, brie and sun-dried tomato phyllo parcels. They're absolutely incredible, they're delicious, they're cheap, they're easy to make. Let's get straight into it.
For the chicken, we're going to need 2 large chicken breasts, trim off any excess fat and add them to a bowl along with 1 teaspoon each of onion powder, garlic powder and smoked paprika, 1 tablespoon of olive oil and generously season it with salt and cracked black pepper. I used about 20 cracks worth here. Then get in there with clean hands or use a glove if you're scared of touching your own meat and mix it until everything is combined and that chicken has changed colour. Now for the mushroom and spinach mix, we're going to need 3 cloves of garlic. Run these along a microplane to create a paste. You can also roughly chop or thinly slice, but you're going to get the best flavour out of that paste. The mushrooms that I'm using are large cup button mushrooms, but you can use regular button mushrooms, Swiss browns, also known as cremini or even portobello. We're just going to chop these up the same size. You can quarter them if you like that, but I like to slice these in half and give them a medium slice the whole way across. The cheese that I'm using is brie. It was given to me by a lovely lady that owns Woodside Cheeses here in Adelaide, so I thought I'd use it up and it's a great recipe to add it to. But in saying that, you can use any good melting cheese of your choice here. Brie and camembert are great choices, but use any good melting cheese of your choice or whatever you have in the fridge. And as you can see, I'm only thinly slicing this to get even sized pieces. Now I love sun-dried tomatoes. I know not everyone does, so if you're one of those people, you don't have to use them. I'm using 100 grams or 3.5 ounces, and I'm just slicing these into strips and make sure they're drained of any of the oil. When it comes to cooking, we'll start off with the chicken because it takes the longest, so get a pan over a medium-high heat. Add in 1 tablespoon of olive oil, then add the chicken in. We're going to sear this for about 3 to 4 minutes on each side, just until you get that nice golden crust. We don't want to have the pan too high because you'll burn the spices. Then transfer to a 200 degrees Celsius or 390 degree Fahrenheit oven and cook for 14 minutes. In the meantime, we'll place another pan over a medium-high heat. Add in 1 tablespoon of olive oil as well as 1 tablespoon or 14 grams of unsalted butter. Whilst the butter's melting, we can add in all of those mushrooms along with a nice pinch of salt as well as a little bit of cracked black pepper. Ended up using about 10 cracks worth here. And we're going to mix that all together and saute these for about 6 to 7 minutes, not 67 minutes. And give these a little flick of the wrist as well just to get everything moving. And what we're looking for is for them to become a nice golden nutty brown and for the water retention to evaporate. Once you have that done, we can add in another 1 tablespoon or 14 grams of unsalted butter along with the garlic paste and salt to taste, then just mix it around again. We're going to cook this for 1 minute, moving it around the whole time just so that garlic doesn't burn. And if your pan ever gets too high for any reason, just turn it down slightly just so nothing burns. Next to go in is 250 grams or 8.8 ounces of washed baby spinach. This looks like quite a bit right now, but if you've cooked spinach before, you'll know that it'll also end up to be a tiny amount. Just keep mixing this around until that spinach has wilted. It will take about a minute or 2 and you should end up with something that looks like this that we can remove from the stovetop and set aside. Going back to the chicken, it's been cooking for 14 minutes with that initial sear. Remove it and we're going to allow this to rest for about 5 to 6 minutes for the juices to redistribute and for that to finalize cooking and be perfect. Then we can slice this into strips and you can also tear it and have shredded chicken. That choice is completely up to you. Now to build these up, we're going to need 10 sheets of phyllo pastry. You can get these at most supermarkets and they'll either be fresh or frozen. I'm using fresh for this. If you are using frozen, just allow them to thaw slightly so they're easy to work with. And what I'm doing is just brushing a little bit of melted unsalted butter around all edges and a little bit in the middle. That way we can place another sheet over the top. And the reason I'm saying to use 10 is because we're going to get 5 parcels out of all of this. In no particular order, I'm adding down that seared and sliced chicken. Then we can add over the mushrooms, garlic and spinach. Add on the brie or camembert or whichever cheese you've chosen to use, along with the sun-dried tomatoes, which are optional. Then hit it up with a little bit of cracked black pepper, 10 cracks worth or so, and also a little bit of sea salt flakes to taste. Then spread more of that unsalted butter around the edges again, a little bit more in the middle, and this will make it a lot easier to roll. As for rolling, just gently fold it in on itself. Once you get over that first rotation, we can then start tucking in the sides. Try and keep this as neat as possible. It will look beautiful on the plate and once it's been cooked. And when you do have those sides folded in, just get a little bit more of that unsalted butter on the pastry brush and brush it all over to allow this to stick and hold its shape. If you don't add enough butter, it is going to fall apart, so I do recommend being generous. Phyllo pastry is quite delicate as well, so I do recommend being quite gentle. For a quick egg wash, crack 1 egg into a bowl and then just scoop out that egg yolk with your fingers. Let the egg whites roll through your fingers. It's a really quick way to do it. Then we can add in just a splash of milk, about half a tablespoon's worth. Just mix this up with a fork until that's combined. Then what we're going to do is place our phyllo parcels onto a lined baking sheet. Spread them out so they're not touching each other. They will stick to each other if you do bake them like this, so be careful. and brush all of that egg wash over all 5 of them. Get down the sides, you don't have to worry about it too much, just make sure the top is covered, that way we can get that nice golden crust. Then sprinkle over some sesame seeds, you can use white or black, toast them, and add a little bit of cracked black pepper on there as well, just for that extra touch. You can also sprinkle over a little bit of thyme in there if you really wanted to go that extra mile. But once you have them done, take them over to the oven that's still at 200 degrees Celsius or 390 degrees Fahrenheit, and bake these for about 15 to 16 minutes until the top is golden brown. And what you'll have is this beautiful chicken filo parcel with that crunchy, crispy top. For the purpose of this video, I'm slicing one in half so you can see the center. I would recommend serving them whole, and it's usually 1 per person. But look how good that looks. The cheese is melted through it as well, and it smells incredible.
As always though, there is only one thing left to do. And that is, of course, we can then dig in. These right here are perfect for any time of the year. They're packed with flavor, they're easy to make. You can change up all of the different fillings as well and serve these with whatever you like. You can use sauces, you can serve it with salads, all sorts of different things. But please do make this, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.